Hello YouTube, it's the AzureWrath here. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you're having a nice day or night. I'm going to be talking about the new treasure spawn that came out today. And I gotta say, it is very a childish treasure spawn. if you get my drift. Now, the only issue I have here is looking at how strong these guys are. And then, I'm just scrolling through, Scrolling through. And I'm like, what the heck? How is he? Actually, I think this one. I see this one's more beneficial than the actual kid, but Yashamaru's weaker than his actual kid form. I'm like, what? Is that fish that strong or something? Like under him? I'm confused how this is working. I think that fish is really helping him out or something. Anyways, yeah, that was really confusing for me. So, going on, spawnable gear. I'm not sure if this is a glitch, but it's a 12.01% chance to. There's no rates up. This stuff's gonna be hard to pull out of the gear spawn, like extremely hard. Like, it's completely random. You have to be lucky. It's a needle in a haystack. Out of all this stuff you see right here that I'm scrolling through, everything from here has the same chance, except possibly the monsters. Everything has the same chance, including the stuff right here, the new stuff. So it's a needle in a haystack, even though you have a 12.01% chance to get it. And then for the jackpot, I like the jackpot because it offers not medals, but it offers the lowest thing possible featured gear. Then you got the summoning scrolls. That puts the summoning scroll at a slightly higher chance of you getting it now that there's two summoning scrolls and the only thing you can lean on is featured gear. But still, be careful doing this. Do not think you're safe and you could do this. Even if you do the jackpot around 10 to 20 times, you are still pretty lucky if you get the scroll. The scroll is not something that's easily achievable or attainable, even if there's two. It makes it slightly, it adds a slight more chance, but it's still pretty dang hard. Like, don't expect after 5 jackpots to get a scroll, because it's probably not going to happen. Anyways, going from there, 6 chests. Yeah, our boy Yashamaru is pretty much he's pretty much the same thing as Napoleon, except instead of attacking, he heals, and he removes stat alignments, and instead of casting awakening on all allies, he casts hero on yourself, but he casts hero. Hero is one of the greater buffs in the game, like greater, possibly one of the greatest. It's only good for late gamers. It's not good for early gamers. It's a late gamer buff. I would not worry about the reduced healing effects received by 70% if you're at that point where your cleric is super good, their skills are on point, and their heals are phenomenal, like beyond phenomenal. It shouldn't even bother you. I rate him a, I don't know, 8.5. It's somewhere between 8 and 8.5 out of 10. He's a really good monster. He's a really good monster. Like, he's an excellent monster. Then we got TYR. Now, actually, besides the fact that his cost is higher, I think the original TYR is actually stronger. This one does cast Kismet, which I'll have the buffs down for monsters in the comments. He casts Stun. Stun can help, but it's at a 60% chance. Increases usage gain of all allies, excluding yourself, by 20%. This right here is a hit or miss. More than half the time you're going to be using a Unison with everybody else, and until it runs out completely and all that schematics and actions are done, the Unison bar will stay at 100, so it's not even really going to help most of the time. Remove stat alignments and then cast hero, so it's not bad. I give it around 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Then the weapons right here cost 32. They do the regular testaments, and their added effect massively increases the ability power of whatever 2 Tower of Judgment moves you have learned, varying by your class. So that's pretty good. If I had the choice, I'd probably get rid of one of my that lance I have. I forgot what it's called. The Soul Halberd for this one. I replaced Soul Halberd for this one since I used Dragon Claw on my Lancer. Now the armor itself, it's good. It's alright. If you can, I'd go for physical and magical damage down. It only stacks twice, so you can only stack two. Yeah, you can only stack 2 damages down, whether it's physical or magical. They count as the same skill, so you can only stack it twice. Now, the only issue with this is there's better skill out there. The Red Dragon and Purge set have better. It's better for using than this. The Purge has better skill. It actually increases more of the damage down, and same for the Red Dragon. And the second thing is, it's pretty much a crappier version of these antique stuff, this nostalgia antique stuff, because it does the same thing except it's a cost higher. So the featured gear in here with the armor is pretty much a crappier version of that. I like the sword though right here. I like how they have the double swords and stuff like that. I kind of want it for that reason, but other than that, I wouldn't really care for it. And then moving on to the medals. Now they do have the ticket for they have the weapon / defense gear ticket for the featured gear. The scrolls are actually at a 7,000, so it's 30,000. It's 3,000 easier to get the summoning scrolls. That's pretty neat. It's pretty nifty. For the blue bronze stuff, it's all cost 31. It's pretty good. I'd go for the bow though if you're really going for anything right there, because the bow has a chance to reduce their target's magic defense and defense by half for that attack. Then damage reduction, heal up. Oh, okay. But reflection reduction is mainly used for player versus player unless the enemy has reflect on, I believe. This stuff's pretty alright. And then the divinity stuff, I would recommend it. It has a chance to increase whatever damage or heal more HP and recover 5 costs. That's pretty essential. I wouldn't worry about this stuff there unless you're. I won't worry about the divinity armor unless you're going after it for the cosmetics, because there's already gear in the video point spawns and the rare spawns. That means pretty much in every spawn that does the same thing. It has the same cost and it has the same skill. Late gamers, I'd recommend going for the droplets of ether, and I pretty much covered this spawn. Spawn is mainly a limited pay to win for most people. Free to play. Only if you're going for the gear, it's free to play. If you're going for the monsters, I would not recommend doing this. Save your gems for another time when they have this. These monsters might come back in an SSR guaranteed spawn, like a hero or Heroni spawn, or they might come back with the rates up. That's when you want to save your gems for. It's when that happens. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you have a nice day. I'm out. See you in the next video. Peace.